So everyone's been wondering, what does TRF bring to the fight? Question is, what don't we bring? We bring a lethality to the fight that no one else can. TRF's unique capabilities change the face of the battlefield. It requires someone that is proficient at a variety of tactical skill sets as well as mentally and physically fit. The specialized skill set and advanced tactical capabilities make TRF the Wing's premier nuclear recapture and recovery unit. Alright, so I just answered your question. Now let me ask you, when are you going to gain the intestinal fortitude to look inside yourself and realize how great you truly are? So the question is, do you have what it takes?
That's it, control the arms, stay right there. Stay postured up, protecting your face. Use your leverage, don't use your strength. Watch it, watch it. Nice. There you go, good. Use his collar, protect it, keep that neck control, keep him down. This is the Combatives Instructor course, so what they're going through is their basic certification in order for them to be able to teach the rest of the squadron. It's open for the whole security forces group. I asked for people with prior experience in martial arts, but it's welcome to anybody. This system is really easy to learn for people with no experience at all the way up to people who've had multiple years in many different martial arts disciples. What it teaches is weapons retention, dominating and controlling a suspect, and then breaking contact and going to your weapon if needed. So if you see all the students here have an M9 strapped to their hip, whether they're the suspect or the instructor, just so they can get used to the idea of thinking, okay, these techniques that I'm learning aren't the only thing that's available to me. If I need to, if the situation gets really bad, I can break contact and get to my weapon and challenge a suspect. One of the most important things that I encourage them to do, especially when they're teaching their students, always practice with a weapon on your hips, some kind of weapon. You can throw in another less than lethal option like a baton or OC pepper spray. And then I always encourage practicing the way you carry yourself on your post. So with your flak vest, wearing your boots, wearing your attire, just so you get in the habit of practicing the way you're gonna fight.
I'm a Staff Sergeant James Fulcher. I'm a Security Forces Evaluator here at Malmstrom Air Force Base. This will be my first time going out for any kind of Air Force sport. I've been playing baseball for about 15 years now. I started playing when I was like 5, 6 years old, all the way up through high school and 1 year college baseball in Merrimack Community College in St. Louis. Have a big family background in baseball, so it's been in my blood for a long time. I know it's going to be hard. Everybody on that list that's going down to try out is an amazing softball player, so it's going to be a lot of fun to compete down there with those guys. And just everybody's going to be battling, trying to earn 1 of 15 spots on the team. I'd love to play softball, and I'm just very humbled to have the opportunity to go down there and try out in Texas. Staff Sergeant James Fulcher. I'm trying out for the Air Force softball team.
Idiot!
Don't be that guy.
I enlisted in the Air Force on a delayed enlistment program in 5 November 68, and I actually went to basic training 3 February 1969, and I retired from the Air Force 1 October 1994. I think probably one of my top career highlights would be receiving an Airman's Medal in Vietnam for saving 2 lives. People were drowning out in the South China Sea. They got caught in a riptide, and I swam out. and ended up dragging them both back into shore. So the other thing would be having my art accessioned into the Air Force Art Collection. I was one of the few active duty military members that were able to have that done. The other thing was probably working at the Air Force Orientation Group, which was a display and exhibit unit for the Air Force. One of the things we did was build all the pavilions for the Air Force booth at like the Paris Air Show, Farnborough, England. I think we did one for Buenos Aires and also for Argentina's 75th anniversary of their Air Force. We also had static displays that we took out across the Air Force and across the United States, set up for different purposes. Sometimes there were conventions, sometimes it was for recruiting. When I initially started into this career field, I got probably some of the best training and mentoring ever. Some of these guys used to be animators for Disney Studios and Paramount Studios. They used to do the old movie posters in the 50s. They were just fantastic painters. And they just set the standard for excellence. And their big thing was always do something you'd feel proud to sign your name to. And that was one of the things that I carried with me throughout my career. It was always strive for that excellence. And I even had the opportunity to pass that same thing on to a lot of airmen I trained over the years. I see them every now and then, and they're retired chiefs, and they just did fantastic things within the Air Force. And like to think that I had a little bit of part in that, helping them to get that that mindset of doing excellence in everything you do.